This morning begins with quiet gratitude, a calm recognition that life itself is a gift given by God before we could ask, plan, or decide. The light of a new day reminds us that renewal is possible, restoration is available, and every step we take finds meaning only when aligned with His will. As Psalm 127 teaches, unless the Lord builds the house, the builders work without true foundation. Unless the Lord watches over the city, human vigilance has no lasting power. These words are not only poetic, but directional. They invite us to place our strength, our responsibilities, and our hopes under the covering of God, rather than in our own limited capacity. So as we awaken, we acknowledge that peace, order, and wisdom do not come from rushing or controlling, but from surrendering to the one who holds time, family, purpose, and provision. Our home, our children, our labor, our decisions, none of them reach fullness without divine guidance. This prayer is not simply a habit before the day begins. It is a posture of faith, a humble opening of heart, mind, and expectation to God's presence. Lord, this morning we come before you with a steady spirit and a willing heart, recognizing that without you, we cannot sustain what we love nor build what we dream. You are the one who breathes meaning into work, safety into our house, and purpose into our plans. Guide every hour ahead, sanctify each decision, and quiet every anxiety that tries to take control of our thoughts. We release our routines, our deadlines, our worries, and place them gently into your hands. May your Spirit lead us with clarity today, not through striving, but through trust. Cover our home and each person within it. Make our steps steady and guarded. Thank you for grace that renews, mercy that surrounds, and breath that returns every morning, not by merit, but by love. As we begin this day, we choose to depend on you, not as a last resort, but as our firm foundation and our secured peace. Lord, as we continue this morning in stillness before the day unfolds, we pause to declare with sincerity that everything we have, everything we are, and everything we hope to build only makes sense under your direction. Psalm 127 reminds us again that our strength without your covering becomes heavy, and our work without your blessing becomes exhausting. So today, we do not rise in our own will, but in the assurance that you are the source of rest, provision, protection, and wisdom. We lift our home, our relationships, our thoughts, and every silent concern into your presence, trusting that you see every detail before we even speak it. We do not begin by asking for outcomes, but by submitting our entire day to your lordship, because when you lead, peace follows. Teach our hearts to depend without fear. Many times, dependence feels like loss of control, but you remind us that dependence on God is not weakness, it is safety. You know the road ahead, the conversations we will have, the meetings waiting for us, the decisions that could shape our future. We choose this morning not to react in anxiety, but to walk in alignment with your rhythm of grace. Slow us where we rush, strengthen us where we hesitate, and calm us where fear tries to speak. Let your presence be the atmosphere of our home today, a quiet shield surrounding us with assurance that no hour of this day belongs to uncertainty, but to divine order. Breathe peace into every room. Let the sound of your voice soften the noise of our worries. Remove from our hearts the need to control what is not ours to carry. Lift the tension from our shoulders and replace it with trust. Remind us that you are already in every outcome we fear, working with wisdom beyond our sight. Nothing today is random, nothing is unattended, nothing is out of your supervision. You are building our inner house, thoughts guarded, emotions sustained, purpose aligned. Now, with reverence and gratitude, we respond in worship, because dependence on you is not only an act of surrender, but an act of adoration. Write in the comments, I depend on God today. Father, as the morning settles quietly over our hearts, we choose to walk this day with confidence that does not come from our schedule, our abilities, or our control, but from your constant faithfulness. Your word teaches in Psalm 127 that rest and blessing come not from striving, but from surrender. So we begin this day not in haste, but in alignment, not trying to prove ourselves, but allowing you to guide every step. Let this be a day where our plans move at the pace of your peace, where our choices reflect your wisdom, and where every task is covered by the awareness that you are with us, working through us and going ahead of us. Teach us to pause before reacting, to listen before responding, and to pray before deciding. When anxious thoughts seek room in our minds, let your voice rise above them with clarity. When we feel pressured to produce, perform, or resolve everything at once, remind us that you are not asking for perfection, but for trust. You are the one who builds the house, and you are the one who watches over it. So we release the burden of expectations, deadlines that overwhelm, and outcomes we fear might not unfold. Instead, we rest in your timing, knowing that nothing you bless arrives late, and nothing you sustain collapses. Guard our emotions today. Protect us from inner fatigue, the quiet waves of stress that try to steal joy before the day even begins. Let our minds be anchored in truth, not comparison, not discouragement, not the voices that say not enough. You call us chosen, beloved, protected, and provided for. Let that identity shape our decisions, our reactions, and the way we treat others. May this day be marked not by worry, but by gratitude, not by rushing, but by intentional living in your presence. If challenges appear, remind us that they do not define the day, your presence does. If disappointment comes, let us see it not as failure, but as redirection guided by a wise Father. And if unexpected blessings arise, teach us to stop, breathe, and honor you with thankful hearts. Lord, as we move deeper into this morning prayer, we acknowledge that every gift, every assignment, and every relationship we hold comes from your hands. Psalm 127 reminds us that family, provision, and protection are not built by human effort alone, but by your breath sustaining all things. So today, we ask you to rest upon our homes with peace that does not depend on circumstances, but on your unshakable presence. Let every room, every conversation, every decision, and every hidden concern be touched by the wisdom that only your Spirit gives. We do not ask for a day without challenges, but for a heart that remains steady in you, no matter what arises. Bless each family member with discernment, patience, unity, and compassion. Where there are misunderstandings, bring humility and soft answers. Where there is distance, build bridges. Where there is fear, establish courage. And where there are children growing and discovering their identity, surround them with your light so that their steps remain guarded, their friendships remain healthy, and their future remains aligned with your purpose. May our homes not only have walls, but foundations established by grace, forgiveness, and daily dependence on you. For the work of each hand represented here, we ask clarity. For responsibilities that feel heavy, lighten the heart. For tasks that seem impossible, provide wisdom. For those seeking employment, open doors that are clean, safe, and purposeful. Not only opportunities to earn, but environments where dignity and honor are preserved. Let us remember that success without your presence is empty, but simple obedience with your favor becomes abundance. Protect our hearts from comparison, from striving to be seen, and from measuring value by results. In a world that constantly demands more, teach us that rest is not weakness, but worship. Help us breathe deeply, respond kindly, speak slowly, and trust fully. You are the one who blesses, watches, builds, restores, and keeps us grounded. So today we choose partnership with you, not performance without you. Lord, as this day unfolds, we ask you to shape our inner life with purity and strength. Remove every thought that drains peace, every memory that fuels fear, and every pattern that leads us away from your will. Your word says that unless you build, unless you guard, unless you lead, we labor without meaning. So we surrender our inner battles to you. Teach us not to move from pressure, hurry, or insecurity, but from quiet confidence grounded in your love. Renew our mind with clarity and truth so that no anxiety rules, no fear paralyzes, and no doubt confuses the path ahead. Where the heart feels heavy, breathe gentleness. Where there is old hurt not yet resolved, bring healing. If pride, resentment, or comparison tries to rise, replace them with humility, compassion, and gratitude. May we become people who speak peace, who choose kindness, who forgive early and often, and who love without calculation. Let every word that leaves our mouth heal rather than wound. Let our steps reflect patience rather than demand. Let our reactions honor you more than our emotions do. If we must confront, let it be with wisdom. If we must wait, let it be with stillness. If we must release, let it be with trust. We also ask for emotional balance. Guard our hearts against despair and hopelessness. When thoughts rush, quiet them. When sadness lingers, comfort us. When the soul feels overwhelmed, lift it gently back into your hands. May the peace promised in Philippians 4:7 not simply visit but remain, guiding the rhythm of our breathing and the posture of our decisions. Remind us that we are not defined by yesterday, not threatened by tomorrow, and not forgotten in the present. Your mercy stands over every detail, whispered in every sunrise. We are kept, we are loved, we are seen. So today, we choose to walk with a heart aligned, a mind steady, and a spirit rested, not performing, not proving, simply trusting. You are our foundation, the one who sees beyond our sight and leads beyond our understanding. In this quiet hour of the morning, we remember, dependence is freedom, surrender is strength, and peaceful listening is often the deepest form of prayer. Lord, as we continue this morning before responsibilities rise and voices fill the day, we pause again to ask for wisdom that is calm, grounded, and discerning. We do not want to react based on urgency or emotion, but to respond from alignment with you. Grant us the maturity to choose what builds rather than what drains, what heals rather than what injures, what clarifies rather than what confuses. Your word teaches that wisdom is not simply knowledge, but a heart that listens, weighs, and walks with reverence. So guide our spoken words, our silent thoughts, and our hidden motives. Let integrity be our anchor, and humility be our posture in every situation we face. Bless the decisions waiting for us today, small ones that shape rhythm and large ones that shape direction. Help us discern when to advance and when to wait, when to speak and when to remain quiet, when to step forward and when to step aside. If our plans are not aligned with your will, gently close the door. If our footsteps are exactly where you desire, confirm them with peace. Protect us from haste dressed as opportunity, from distractions that appear important but steal focus, and from voices that imitate truth but lack your presence. Lord, strengthen those who feel stretched beyond their capacity. For the one who rises today already tired, grant rest that breathes from within. For the one who feels unseen, remind them that value flows from being yours, not from being noticed. For the one who is carrying invisible burdens, surround them with assurance that nothing in their heart is hidden from your care. Teach us to carry only what belongs to us and to release what was never ours to hold. Let gratitude shape our interactions, order our conversations, and purify our intentions. When irritation attempts to lead, replace it with patience. When worry attempts to rule, replace it with surrender. When disappointment attempts to settle, replace it with quiet trust. You remain the one who sees the entire path at once and who builds with grace what we cannot shape with effort alone. So we step into the day, not afraid of its weight, nor pressured by its demands, but accompanied, instructed, and sustained by you. That is enough, Lord. Your presence is our clarity, your kindness our protection, your guidance our direction. Lord, as we close this morning prayer, we rest once more in the truth of Psalm 127. Unless you build, we build in vain. Unless you guard, we remain exposed. So today, we choose a posture of steady trust, not rushing, not competing, not trying to hold all things at once, but releasing every detail back into your hands with quiet confidence. You are the one who watches while we sleep, who provides even before we ask, who strengthens even before we falter. Let the peace that began this prayer travel with us into every hour ahead, steadying our breathing, softening our reactions, balancing our emotions, and reminding us that nothing in this day arrives outside of your sight. If uncertainty appears, teach us to pause before responding. If disappointment crosses our path, help us to interpret it through your timing rather than our expectations. If joy rises, let gratitude keep it pure and generous. Guard us from the belief that we must control outcomes, fix every situation, or predict every turn. Dependence is not burden, but freedom. Because to rely on you is to walk without the pressure of self-sufficiency. Surround our home, our relationships, our work, our conversations, and our hidden thoughts with the quiet assurance that we are kept, guided, and watched over. Protect those we love, even where we cannot reach or influence. Bless those who support us, those who walk with us, and even those who challenge us. May our responses today reflect maturity rather than reaction, courage rather than fear, and compassion rather than self-interest. Let our words carry peace, our actions carry purpose, and our presence carry gentleness that points back to you. Thank you for this sunrise, for breath, for clarity, and for the simple gift of beginning again. With hands open and hearts aligned, we entrust this day to you. Not as observers, but as children guided by a wise and faithful Father. If this prayer brought peace to your morning, write in the comments, "I choose dependence and peace today." May your day unfold under calm direction and gentle favor.